dynamics. No request on the beat. My thoughts are spring-loaded, each atop the previous notion. I unleash them one by one in a devious motion, mechanically keeping you open to accept the change. I flow like cerebral fluid to infect your brain and do it to perfect my aim. A straight shooter, I keep the hocus pocus and focus like Abe Zapruder making history. Visually, as well as vocally, choking MCs who can't keep up with the verbal potency. I keep herbal smoke in these lungs, so when I exhale, it's like the explosion of 333 guns in unison, just to ruin the pretty suture and elusive till I move for the mic. Now you're tuning in, grooving since the birth of my life. I've had a thirst for the mic, like vampires. I lurk in the night, an underground MC, not working for Sprite, but I still obey, trying to pay my dues while I show and prove. Like the old days, my soul plays with the information my brain has gathered as I systematically add and subtract all of the factors I call to the rafters in search of a higher purpose. Unanswered, I'm forced to resort to this form of self-service, and I felt nervous at first, but at this point, fear is senseless. I feel intense, obsessive intention soon as the pen hits relentless. Once the mechanism is activated, they're captivated. If you're less of a rapper, you'll have to hate it. I navigated a razor's path and made it without a scratch. While you salivated, I calculated and pounced on the track to make the mountains crack and the cities flood. Whether you were listening to the original recording or just a shitty dub, I don't spit for pub, I spit for love. So fuck the PA and fuck that microphone. I'll spit it unplugged and walk away giving a shrug. That's how life goes. So I write flows and make like no, but it's alright. So laugh, cry, get pissed, just give a reaction so I can identify and know you're living with passion. I plan to do so in an infinite fashion. This is merely an intimate fraction of a highly intricate contraption equipped with rhythmic attractions that allow versatile capabilities. I'm certain you waver willingly.
I'm the mechanic. 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 I'm the mechanic.
And I say, oh Father, where have you gone? What would you say if you knew me now?
I'm the offspring of two city kids, raised in the outskirts. Mom made a life for me without him, but could he have made it without her? Don't get me wrong, Pops was far from a deadbeat dad, but he wound up deceased from a disease he had. I remember feeling robbed, so I wanted to steal. Go where I please, take what I want. Fuck you, how does it feel? I couldn't deal with the loss. I wanted to die with him, and I can't tell you how much sleep I've lost wondering why I'm living and why. If there was a God in the sky, he would do this. To this day, I look to the stars for an answer. But I'm clueless. Who knew shit would get this hard? When both sides of your skin get scarred, how did I get this far? Amidst the heartaches and the tragedies. But I'm here now doing something I love, and I wish my dad could see or at least reach out his hand to me so I could shake it and look him in the face so I could tell him I'm gonna make it so sacred. The bond between father and son, yet for too many like us, there was no bother with one. And on his birthday, we visit the cemetery, clean off that little slab of concrete that marks where he's buried. James Michael Rulo died March 1st, 1991. He was survived by a wife and 3 sons.
And I say, oh Father, where have you gone? What would you say if you knew me now? Wouldn't you walk by me if you saw me in the street? Wouldn't you know that this face took your embrace to complete? Now he was 18 years older than her, a born charmer. I'm sure everyone around her just warned mama, but we've all that soft armor with the fears of the heart. I'm sure the drama in the end wasn't there from the start, and so I try and tear apart the reasons and the rationale, but a seeming single mother season is all that's in fashion now. He lashes out. 2 rows of dentures she smiles with. Permanent evidence of the domestic violence. The stress keeps compiling and it might make this crack, but it all makes you stronger as long as you make it back, Jack. Trying to see my ways in these days so hostile. Trying to be a man without a male role model. I said I'm trying to see my ways in these days so hostile. Trying to be a man without a male role model. A mama's boy. And I say that with no loss of pride, 'cause reality wasn't soft and my youth was forced to find. Of course these rhymes in my mind can help me recline. My father said why bother, but I guess that's fine. And I've seen my mother with no lovers covered in tears. She would have to work night and day as I had fun with my peers. Now, through the year, truth was clear, though he was hardly ever mentioned. Split when I was 6, a relationship that had ended, misrepresented. Man, I thought you was tremendous. Tall, dark, handsome, had charm with arms extended. 13 years ahead, your debt is all we left with. She had to end it. And moms, I'm glad you did. Number 1 lesson, be number 1 dad to your kids. This is a little note to Mr. John C. Griffin. 'Cause I wonder if I had a father, if I would be different. I wonder if I'd be better at sports or more of a man. Have more memories of more tours or more of the lands. Instead, I'm left unsure because he sorta ran. I mean, I sorta planned, but it was only a reflective matter. One love mine, his 7th wife, wasn't hard to see he'd scam her. So at 6 it was goodbye, but left with confidence 'cause he swore protection. Why didn't anyone ever tell me it would be forever? This relationship lay severed, unanswered for and abused, and I'm part of those split kid statistics that you now see on the news. And only on clues from my mother and hazy flashbacks do I develop a mental picture to search for and find where his act's at. Oh, did I mention he was a drummer? Thanks for the rhythm pops, but right there the giving stops because that's all I got. So what happens to those cats who don't have no male role models? We rise above it, and with our single mothers learn to tackle life and love it. Though of it other mindsets find unalterably fucked with. The show must go on, with you or without you. And I believe it was my sanity that would be doubtful, so I take a mouthful of life when I take a bite. For the next hype that you born a bastard, the next family you tear from rasher, I'll ask you, are you alone? Do you cry? Are you sitting back in laughter? For you, that's really the only answer that I'm after. Maybe send a picture, 'cause I wouldn't know you if I walked right past you. I called you father once. This name had meaning to me. In this fuzzy haze of a maze that I call a memory, I remember he made me laugh. Candy bars had evenings filled, and I knew if he was breathing still because he was right next to me. Ceiling spackle-filled inherited hair, too tall to put me on his shoulders. I had to find out the hard way. I was glancing through some papers past Sun to Moon and noticed reasons cited for my mother's divorce. Cruel and inhuman treatment of the plaintiff. My father cruel and inhuman, my mother the plaintiff. And though I often try to look through others' eyes, I could find no way to explain it. John C. Griffin left my moms and 3 children. This is for you. Sincerely, your creation, Alan John Griffin.
I think it's pretty obvious folks we keep it hotter than coats on the 4th of July. Give me the torch and I'll try to pass it off proper. Opportunity to move musically. You will see this is soon to be a fond memory, so baby tuck it away and don't ever get affected by your sucker display. And it feels like a lifetime since I first became acquainted with you. You put me in the right mind, help me see just what I wanted to do. Wanted to do. Well, it's the big belly Buddha hydro barracuda that'll barricade beauty and search for content. At first I'm content with the wave and a smile. Eventually I need some flavor, I can savor a while. I play with the style. Didn't you notice the leash? We've been rocking for a while and it's chosen the beat. So the flows I release bring soul to the streets. So buckle up, buddy, grab a hold of your seat. Well, it's impressive how we move at a miracle pace. The groove connoisseurs with superior taste. And when we're giving a chase, don't bother to run, because you know we keep it tight like a father and son. And it felt like a lifetime since I first became acquainted with you. You put me in the right mind, help me see just what I wanted to do, what I wanted to do. I want you to remember this night for the rest of your life. Putting any questions to rest, and West is blessing the mic. Right. The party's an uncontrollable entity with tendencies to be technically fresh and possess complicated assembly. And I'm just waiting for the remedy to come. So let the percussion just beat a drum and move till your feet are numb. To see the sun is miraculous, so I'ma keep flowing like the Roman aqueducts. And back it up every chance I get. If you ain't dancing yet, well then I think it's time to change this. It's been a lifetime since I made your acquaintance, so I'll be damned if we ain't friends. And it felt like